We know it and we hate it. It's plantar fasciitis, right? So today we are going to work on a way to help alleviate that, because it's not something that we have to experience. It's just something we often experience because we don't know some of the tips and tricks, right? So grab a lacrosse ball. If you have a tennis ball, that works too. Lacrosse ball is just a little bit firmer. But before we dive into that, we want to look at the target areas of your foot. Okay, so you want to think about focusing under that big toe, all the way over to underneath that little toe, and then to your heel. That's our target area, okay? So you probably want to sit on a chair or something to start so you can adjust the pressure. Now I'm gonna put the lacrosse ball, we're gonna start with it under the ball of our foot, so underneath that big toe. And what I want you to think about doing, I want you to think about pressing into that ball with as much strength and force as you can. If it's super painful, back off, right? We don't want to do that, but discomfort might be present. So think about, okay, I'm going to press into that. Now we're going to work through that area very slowly. We want to spend about a minute getting through that entire area, okay? So if you hit a spot and you're like, oh, that's a good one, I want you to think about then curling those toes, almost like you're trying to pick that lacrosse ball up. You're really engaging that arch of that foot as you work to pull up and strengthen the bottoms of those feet. And then it's also going to give you a nice little stretch because you're like flexing and then releasing, and do that a couple times and then move to the next spot. This is like foam rolling the bottom of your feet and it feels so good. So, except for when it doesn't. Right? We're all going to hit that spot. And if you do hit that spot where you're like, oh my gosh, that's where I want you to think about just doing that pulsing, that contraction, and then relaxing into it. All right, I've slowly moved over to my heel and working into that area, but I'm just, for sake of time, going to go right to the arch. And I really want you to think about smashing that as hard as you can, trying to pick up that ball and set it down. Like I said, there's going to be some discomfort in this. But as you keep showing up and start to get stronger, you might want to do this move standing up so you can add even more pressure in. But the most important thing is always to keep showing up, focus on progress, help those feet feel better, and know you got this.